The High Schools That Work Professional Development Committee has decided to put out a series of videos to help teachers get through this writing your professional growth plan through this eTPES. Remember, all that is the electronic teacher and principal evaluation system. And last year we did not have to do this part, so this is kind of new to almost everyone. We have to write a professional growth plan and complete it in this eTPES system. So I think it's probably going to take about three, hopefully short videos to walk you through this process. And I think we'll also schedule a live one if this isn't your cup of tea, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to explain this well enough to get you through it this first year. And even though this is the High Schools That Work Professional Development Committee, if there's any mistakes, it's all on me. And I'm bound to make some. Remember, Josh Young put together a timeline for us when certain things are due this year. And this professional growth plan is due on September 12th. So keep that in mind, September 12th. Yeah, so let's move on here. I'll try to zoom through this as fast as I can, guys. Okay. The first thing that you need to do is go to that eTPES, and if you put a lower capital E and then a TPES, something's probably going to come up already. Like you'll see mine says sign in. You can put in eTPES login, sign in, or whatever. And when you click on it, there was an error in process. There it is. You should come up to this sign in right here, and mine's already set and ready to go. Else, good God Almighty, I would forget what the password is and the username. But if you did forget it, there is a place down here where it says forgot your username. And so follow those instructions, or forgot your password. Follow those instructions, or see your supervisor if you have problems just getting through this. I remember this being very frustrating for me last year. So you're going to go into it, and under evaluations, you're going to click on it. And here's what is due by September 12th. This section right here that says professional growth plan. However, if you ask me, it's pretty difficult to complete that professional growth plan without doing this teacher self-assessment summary tool first. But let me make it clear, this is totally optional. You don't have to use this whatsoever. But really, I don't see how you can get away with it. And put it this way, it'll make writing the professional growth plan a lot easier if you do complete this summary tool. So I'm going to click on it. And here's what you're going to get. There are 7 teaching standards that are in this self-assessment summary tool. The first standard is students. The second is content. The third is assessment. The fourth is instruction. The fifth is learning environment. 6 is collaboration and communication. And last is professional responsibility and growth. And just so to sort of give you a bigger picture view of what this is all about, if you go to the ODE website, there is this thing called Ohio Standards for the Teaching Profession. And if you'll notice, there are 7 standards in it. All they've done is take this document and pretty much followed these bullet points, shorten the language up a little bit, but they match up with these bullet points here, okay? And to even give you a wider view of this, those standards also show back up on the Ohio Teacher Evaluation, or the Teacher Performance Evaluation rubric. This is what your supervisor brings into your classroom when they do that formal observation. And if you look on it closely, you'll see Standard 4, Instruction, Standard 3, Assessment. And so this self-assessment summary tool, those teacher standards on the ODE website, and this document here, they all hook up together. And that makes a lot of sense. They're doing something good here, I think. If you were paranoia, self-destroy about getting on there and doing your self-assessment online, That's okay. I have included an attachment of that exact document. I just cut and pasted this into a Word document. And you can just print that off and write into this thing here. Just do everything with a pen or a pencil. If that makes you feel better about it or you're more comfortable doing it this way anyway, do it, okay? So let's get back in here. So you have these 7 standards. What you are basically doing is this. You are reading that standard, like the very first one under students, is knowledge of how students learn and of student development. Then you're really just being honest with yourself if that's an area of strength for you, or is it an area of growth? In other words, is this an area where you really know that you probably need to grow some? So I put that as an area of growth for me. Understanding of what students know and are able to do. Hey, I need to grow in that area. I'll show you at least got one strength. Respect for all students. I'm pretty good at that. Then you could click on those, and if you change your mind, you can just clear that selection and go, what am I talking about? I'm strong in that area. What was I doing? I was knocking on myself. And then as soon as you're done with that, you're going to come down to the second standard and do the same thing. Just be honest with yourself. Trust me, no one else is going to read this thing. This is just for you, okay? And you're going to do that for all 7 categories, okay? And then you're going to get to the bottom of this, and there's actually going to be an 8th category. And in this, number 8 is called priorities. You're basically going to look through what kind of things you selected here and sort of determine, okay, what are the 2 main areas that I need to grow in? And you're just going to come down here and click those 2 areas. So if the stuff that they ask you about in the students, if that's the area that you really need to grow in, that's where you're going to go. And I guess you can't have more than 2 in here. Let's see if I can change that real quick. Yeah, you just unclick it and then re-click something else. And every time you click on one of these things as you're doing your self-assessment here, like click on that, you'll see something comes up here. It says changes saved. You don't have to save anything. It saves everything for you. Okay? And one last thing here, if you go back to the top, this might help you a little bit. Once you're through completing this document, click on View PDF. Come on. I said come on. And then it'll sort of give you a list of everything that you chose, whether it was area of growth, area of strength. It'll go through that whole document. I haven't completed the whole thing, so it's missing a bunch of stuff. And everything you put in there will be on this PDF, and you can take a good look at it. This is the first step in completing your professional growth plan. And just let me remind you one more time, if you're uncomfortable doing this online, that's no big deal. I have included this document right here, and you can just print it out, and you're doing the same thing just with paper and pencil. And I'll have the next video out soon, okay? September 12th is going to come quicker than we think. I'm out of here.